Howdy, howdy, y'all. This is the Stutterin Hillbilly here, and today I am joined by my very good friend,
the BrutDog. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, so today is our first ever little shortened podcast of various topics that we're going to try and start doing. They'll range from movies to games to what else, Tyler?
Oh, well, we have music and then retro video games, of course. A couple topics in today's society and, you know, a bunch of random other things.
Yeah, so
it's going to be pretty interesting.
More or less, us just two guys talking about random topics. You know,
And
what
life.
in life, and whatever really hits our minds, you know, we'll just ramble on about. But in today's session, we are going to talk about the games that are currently coming out, or have came out recently, or are going to be. And so, what are a few games that have came out recently that you've been playing or had your eye on?
One I just picked up this week is Quantum Break. It's an Xbox One exclusive, and I'm not too far into it. I've kind of slow played it this one. Something that's really cool about this one that is, I think it's a first, is they have a live action TV show that's tied into it during the game. Kind of gives you a break from the gameplay, and it's pretty cool.
Okay, so would you say that adds to the game, or is it worthwhile, or is it just kind of a gimmicky?
I would like to see him move forward with that in a lot of games, just because it kind of expands the story a lot more. And as I've gotten older, I like a lot of story-based games.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I would definitely agree with that. Like, you know, as games are slowly starting to drift more towards, you know, live action looking, at least, to where games look more real, I kind of like the tie-in to where, like, you actually feel like you're watching a movie with cutscenes. So
Exactly.
And
it's like you know, and it makes that $60 price tag a little less steep if you're getting a movie out of the deal as well.
That makes sense. Now, for me, I'm trying to think. My most recent purchase was Tom Clancy's The Division, which is a massively multiplayer online RPG-ish shooter thing. And I'm not a Tom Clancy fan, kind of at all. But I thoroughly enjoy it. But it's kind of like Destiny, and it has its own problems, but I thoroughly like it. It's been out for almost 2 months now, I guess, but the first big downloadable content patch comes on Tuesday. So I'm pumped about that. It adds raids, more or less, to the game, and adds equipment and trading to the game. So I'm pumped to just see the content that comes forth with it. Now, also, what comes out on Tuesday is a game that I have been really excited for quite some time now. And I think you know what game that is.
Oh, I couldn't have guessed.
Not at all. It is Dark Souls 3 is available to the general public, you know, not counting the whole crack if you switch your console to the Japan region, and then you can buy the game for a markup and play an unpatched day one version.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, apparently, a few weeks ago, you could switch your Xbox One's region to Asia, and it would allow you to buy a version of Dark Souls and play it early. But they're like, I had a friend do it, actually, but the price was marked up. I don't know the conversion between US dollars and yen, but I think it came out to like $100, more or less. So I thought it was kind of stupid.
Yeah,
but,
that's pretty dumb in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
But to each their own. I'm excited to get my hands on the game. And I know that we have both played Dark Souls 1 and 2 and Bloodborne. From Software is the dev, and I've been excited because everything I've heard is that the game is more of a throwback to Dark Souls 1, which was a fantastic game, and I enjoyed it more than the second game. Now,
yeah, that second one was it was rough. I mean, I can't say I beat it, and have no intention to finishing it.
Well, that's just sad.
Well, it was a rough game, and
Now,
very humbling.
Would you give Dark Souls 3 a try, you think? Period? Ever?
I might. Bargain bin for $40 game.
Yeah.
Right? Once the price drops.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Fair enough.
I mean, I got the first Dark Souls at a pawn shop for like $4, so I got my money's worth out of that one.
Amen to that.
It was a great game. It was just taught me a lot about life and
Definitely.
Anger management for sure.
Anger management is a huge thing. You will definitely see 3 words very frequently when playing through that game, and those 3 words are "you are dead," because that happens ever so often. But yeah, so is there other games that are going to come out soon that you are thinking about?
Oh, yes. We have the last installment of the Uncharted games coming out, I believe, in May. It got pushed back. And I really enjoyed those games. It's kind of an Indiana Jones type feel. And yeah, really looking forward to it. It's going to be a good one.
I would definitely agree with that. I actually didn't start the series until just this past year. I burned through them all when the collection came out this past summer. Was that when it was?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So I burned through all 3 of them fairly quickly, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like you said, it is very Indy Jones-ish, and I really dig that. It's just a very likable character.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a thief, but at the same time,
It belongs in a museum.
Yeah. He's not as much of a scumbag as he tries to come off as.
Yes.
So how do you feel about this being the last Drake? Like, the last Drake game? Do you think that it should have stopped with 3, or do you wish that it would go on longer, or just what's your thoughts?
I mean, every game needs to have an ending at some point.
Halo.
Yeah, Halo should have stopped after 3.
But we won't talk about that.
Yeah, thank you, Glitched Video Games Expo. I am excited. They are making a movie of it, of Uncharted, which will be very cool.
Have they decided on actors for that yet, or is it still in writing?
I think they're still in the writing process.
Okay. I would be really intrigued to see who they get to portray Drake.
Yeah.
And Sully, actually.
Yeah.
That would be a big one.
The voice acting in those games are very, very good.
Are fantastic.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that the voice actor for Drake, he does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, let's pull that up.
I'm looking that up right now.
I believe it's
Nolan North. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. And he took over the voice of the Monitor in Destiny after Peter Dinklage, which that was a recent thing.
Oh, he's going to be in the new
Turtles game too.
Yeah, that one does look pretty cool.
He's doing Leo, Splinter, and the Shredder.
All right.
But more things than that, like he just has a very large history of gaming and TV. Shit.
Filmography.
Yeah. Experience. Sure. Words are hard, kids. He actually does the voice of a character in Black Ops 3 Zombies, too.
Wow.
I didn't know that. And didn't he do... Nolan North, didn't he do a Batman voice? Or... for a younger... Yes, he did the Penguin in Arkham Knight. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. But, so, past Drakes, now that we've got off of our fanboy soapbox, more or less. Well, you're not wrong, but you're not right. For me, this summer, I can't think of a whole lot coming out, really. And I might...
There's the great Doom game that's coming out here soon.
I'm intrigued about Doom. I'll probably try the open beta, but it looks fast-paced and hectic. But I've never really played a Doom game, and
I'm just gonna say this: I played Doom 3 on the original Xbox, and it was rough. It was a really rough game. Any game with like a flashlight as a main weapon, a melee weapon, that it's just not for me.
Yeah. So
not for me.
We've talked separately about this a little bit, with some exceptions.
Well, yeah.
But so, if you had to say, do you think that game put you through hell?
Well, that's kind of the basis of it.
Ah, damn it. Pun fail.
That was a good pun.
It was a good pun. And terrible puns are my favorite. But
right.
Past that, going out into the fall, just last week, 2 weeks ago, last week, I think, there was a big unveiling at Square, and Final Fantasy 15, the release date was set for September 30th of this fall. And that is one more game that I am very excited about. We've been waiting for this game for several years. I like that the combat system has changed. I enjoy turn-based games as far as RPGs go, but this game seems to have developed a Kingdom Hearts style combat, which I might be wrong on saying it's Kingdom Hearts combat, but that's what I'm familiar with outside of that, because we won't talk about like 13 because I picked that up for $7 on clearance, and there was a reason it was that cheap. 20 hours of tutorials is pretty much the most annoying thing in the world. Needless to say, I did not finish that game.
I didn't even get past the first little section. So.
Yes. And somehow they made a sequel called Lightning Returns, and Lightning should have stayed home and never came back.
Yep.
But, so, is there something else heading out to this fall?
I'm looking at that now.
I mean, there will be COD and Battlefield in the fall, but we don't really need to talk about those. I was intrigued that the new COD they're talking about might be set in space, and a lot of people are saying, oh, so it's Halo, and you know, they could go a completely different direction than Halo. I would really be intrigued to see if they try zero gravity combat. I think that would be kind of neat. Kind of
That would be really tough.
It would be really tough, but it would be cool.
Sorry.
Oh, you are completely fine. But
yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the new releases for games coming out. And, I kind of just looked at the Wii U because I have one of those too, and they're pretty much done, it looks like.
With the exception of Zelda U, right?
Well,
I thought they had said it was going to come out this year, but I haven't kept up to date, actually.
Not totally for sure, because that new system that's coming out might go on that.
Oh, the NX, is that still the code name?
I think so. So, yeah. But Xbox One exclusives that are coming out, I don't think they really have a whole lot for.
Is Doom an exclusive?
It is not.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was or not, but
I had the original Doom on Super Nintendo when I was a kid, and playing that when you're 4 or 5 years old is kind of
yeah. Well, you know, I know both yourself and I both started playing games fairly early. Like,
yes, yeah.
I can never not remember knowing how to play the first Mario Brothers. Like, I can't remember a time when I didn't know how to play it. That might sound sad, but
oh yeah, I have a picture of me playing it when I was probably about 2 years old. Either that or my parents put the controller in my hand. It's a really fun game. That was a classic, but we'll talk about classic games another time.
Yeah, and with that said, I think that is a good spot to wrap this up for today. So if y'all did enjoy this, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Just something. It helps us out to know that we aren't wasting our time, but let's be frank here. We would probably do it regardless.
That is true.
But until next time, this is the Stutterin Hillbilly
and BrutDog.
And I hope y'all have a good one. Until next time, 10-4.
Catch you later.